Here we are, the two of us, like ships, something, something, something. I forget the lyrics. Hello. I'm just gonna turn on my own music because I'm not listening to the same thing you guys are. I need to focus, and frankly, I'm in that kind of mood where sweet, soft music is maybe just a tad too boring, and I need to feed the ADD beast, so I'm going to listen to something else. And unfortunately, I can't play it over this because then I'll get a copyright strike, and that's really annoying. So, my music on. Please let me know if there's something else I can put on, if this is maybe distracting for you guys, but I'm going to do this. Click. Okay, and let's turn this off. Hello. Oh. What am I kicking? On. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I had a book bag down here. Okay. Doo-doo. How y'all doing? How's life? I don't know how many people are in chat right now because I'm still kind of getting stuff together. Okay. I'm gonna pause that. Okay. Probably close this. I'll keep that on for now. Okay. Do I want to? Ugh. Don't mind me, I'm trying to find how to get back to the stream dashboard. Excuse me. Maybe if I just hit go live again. See, why is the Creator Studio different from... Maybe it's not different and I just am blind. Okay, well, here we are. We're good. I'm gonna test the chat too because I didn't check that. Yep, it's the same chat. Okay, cool, cool. Alright. Awesome, radical. I should do some kind of thumbnail, but I don't... Ooh, whoopsies. Don't think I don't have enough for this. I should work on that. I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna do this one. Still not far enough. Okay. Close enough. No. There we go. I think I'm doing this wrong. I'm focusing on all the wrong stuff right now. Excuse me. I know the shape here is probably not completely correct with what I'm going for, but this is basically the only time this is going to be in this shot. So I can forgive it, especially since it's going to be like that big on screen, so. I guess that's the question if we're going to do this on screen. These pencils, I'm feeling really good about these rocks. I know that the perspective is off here, but like, I don't know, I think it looks dramatic, so I think it's fine. I could probably push it, but I don't know if I really want to. The trick here is going to be how am I going to do the clouds and stuff. I think I'm going to leave some edges around the rocks, but there's going to be a lot of black on this page. I think I like the idea that this lightning is just so absolutely massive on this, like, insane planet, where it's just corroding weather. Which really would beg to question, like, how they built this prison here, but I think it also either tells you more about, technology at the time, they're able to build it despite all this, or that there are seasons. I like the idea that it's seasons. Like, sometimes it's fine. Maybe it changes direction, which is why these rocks are all kind of, I mean, mostly one way, but they're a little all over the place. Who's yelling at me? Maybe springs on this planet are lovely. You know? Listen, this planet gets 2 weeks of springtime, but I tell you what, the weather's just fantastic. It's a perfect vacation spot, just for 2 weeks. But if you don't get out of there fast, you're gonna end up getting caught up in winter, and winter is deadly. Actually, if it's windy, I probably shouldn't have these guys floating around. Future viewer, I don't know if you've ever looked at like rock formations before, you know, for research. But there's a park not super far away from me, called Vasquez Rocks, and it's where they did a lot of filming for you know, old sci-fi movies, like, you know, movies and shows. Really, Star Trek had some things there when Shatner was you know, what was it? Picard's the other guy. Kirk. It's like those big kind of triangular Pride Rock looking things. It actually, like, Pride Rock was based off of one of the larger formations that's there, because the it's just kind of a famous spot. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I love hiking up there. I haven't been up there in a little while, but it's getting warmer. I might have to go. Gotta change the song. Click. Sure. Okay. But that's kind of what I was thinking about, like, between this and some of the shapes that you see in, like, Genndy Tartakovsky shows, like, especially, like, maybe exclusively, but especially Samurai Jack, like, just these big spires with, like, wait, that. There's some textures I want to use in this that I'm really excited about getting a chance to play around with once I have to make them or buy them. I haven't decided which would be better yet, because looking for free textures and free brushes online is, you can get a lot of really good stuff, but you're going to be lucky if it's going to get the kind of, like, naturalistic quality of tricking people into thinking that you inked this traditionally. And there's definitely some places I can go online that have some really good stuff, like, excuse me, what's it called? Is it going to drive me nuts? Is it True Grit Texture Supply? Yeah, True Grit Texture Supply is really great. I know I'm kind of talking into the void right now, and this is more for a future viewer who may be interested, but I'm gonna... Wait, yeah, you wouldn't be able to click the link from the video. Oh man, silly me. But True Grit Texture Supply has a lot of really great textures and brushes, and they all look really good, and they've got it for Clip Studio, they've got it for Procreate, I think Photoshop as well. Let me see. Let me look at their shop. They've got it. Illustrator, Photoshop, Procreate, Clip Studio, Affinity, Aesthetic is how they're categorizing it. And other stuff. Custom bundles, fonts, merchandise. What are their merch? Tutorials. Oh, that's cool. They got like shirts and stuff. Okay. Kind of dig that actually. I might have to consider it. I don't usually like buying merch from places or creators. I'm just not very good about it. Plus everybody does crew necks and I'm too big for crew necks. It's not true. I wear them all the time, but I'm getting tired of them. Tangent out of there. There we go. Okay. Probably should have just done this on a different layer, but doesn't matter. I'm the one inking. This wouldn't be the most professional if I was sending it to somebody else to leave something like this in. I'm sure it wouldn't be like that big a deal, but I don't know. Maybe it would. I want to do kind of the line of where like the clouds start to like shift. Ugh, I don't like those. I'll look at pictures of thunderstorms with lightning, because I need to look at these clouds. That was pretty sick, though. Man, lightning is so cool. It's just like one of the most dramatic things. I love it. Okay, let's just clean this up a little. If I take this out, do the clouds first, and go from there. I feel like maybe I'm getting lost trying to go around where they go. Let's see. Yeah, I can make that work. Okay. Probably shouldn't be blocking it in right now, but it's not like I have to save ink. I think I'm gonna have an easier time figuring out what these shapes are gonna be if I just... Should I do this on a different... I should do this on a different layer. Just in case. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, lightning first. Let's get rid of these. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Okay. Lightning first. Let's do. Oh, you know what? I've got a cheaty little brush. Where's my cheaty little brush? Where am I gonna cheat? This one. Okay, or don't do anything. That's fine too. How about doing it on the right layer? Okay. It's not quite what I'd like it to be. It's a bit too spindly. My cheaty little brush isn't helpful. We'll see. We have glitter, rose, cherry, background, gold. I'm a little bit surprised there's not just a lightning one automatically. They've got like clouds and stuff. I don't need this to do it. I just figured it would give me like some good flow, but that's fine. I'll just do it the way I usually would. Big fuck off lightning. Ride the lightning. Yeah, that looks better anyway. This isn't really much for penciling lightning. Like, you can pretty much just go straight in with that. That looks fine. That looks good. Okay. So, let's turn that all the way up, and let's look for light. Maybe I should start that up higher. Where's the end of my... Yeah, okay. That's colliding a little bit. Maybe I could start it lower. This kind of feels like lightning. Lightning spreads in a lot of weird ways, though. I could probably get away with it being totally sideways. I just don't like that it's sharing a height with the spire here, and if I go higher than the spire, it's sort of right on the edge of my panel. This one's going to be a full bleed, so it ended up getting cut somewhere like out here, right? Between there and there. No, it would be cut up here. Yes, I knew that because I'm smart and I know things about stuff, right? But the safe zone is where I still want to try to keep all that, just in case, you know? Like, all this is just going to be for, like, atmosphere in a somewhat literal sense. So maybe I should consider shortening the spire. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I feel like it's missing out on that drama. I don't want that. Yeah, I know some layers aren't processed. That's fine. I don't mind. Hello, Johnny. Welcome. How you doing? Yes, I know. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, my poor computer. Oh gosh, too far. Too far. Okay. This isn't too bad. Let's, oh. Somebody yelling outside? What's going on? Oh god, are my neighbors fighting again? We have this neighbor, so it's a series of apartment buildings across the entire road, and each of the apartment complexes are actually fairly small compared to some that I've been in, but diagonally from us there's this one complex that maybe has 50 apartments. It might be bigger than that. It might be closer. Like, I think it might be bigger than mine. Mine only has like 50 apartments. But they, I don't know if it's the owner or, just like somebody who's been living there for years, but every so often, they'll come running out the front door of the whole complex, yelling and screaming at some car, and, like, getting into fights, and the cops are there kind of often, and it's just like... It sounds like whatever I was hearing was just some normal affair, but, like, man, the horrors persist, but so do you. You know what? Good. I mean, not about the horrors persisting, but the persisting of yourself. I didn't really want to shrink these too much, but I'm starting to think that maybe this was the wisest decision. Why is it shrinking? Oh, wrong button. Maybe I should do a smaller one. I don't like how wobbly that's turning out, though. And then if I go over here and do this... Yeah, that works. I'm not as happy with it, but it works. I'll have to fix these. You working on anything fun, Johnny? Kicking butt, taking names? Bringing your Orlok mask to work and freaking out the customers? I don't know what you're talking about. This is my real face, and it always has been. Please don't call my manager. Ooh, fairy girl, very nice. Are you taking on a particular brain function? Where are you taking inspiration from for this, or are you just making it up as you go for the fairy girl? No critters? None? That's disturbing. Something's wrong. You're about to get like a storm or an earthquake or something. Let's turn it up this way, see how that looks. Do they know that you do this, or do you keep that close to the hip? Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So that's what's wrong is the cats. Okay. Me time. Very good. Is this even what I want? I don't know if this is even what I want. Do you hang out with anybody at your job, or is it just sort of like, I'm there, they're there, then we go home and everything's fine? It's kind of how I am with most of the places I've ever worked. I'd say I'm friends with a couple of my coworkers over the years, though. Like, there's one in particular I work with now as a teacher who is just like, he's just really cool. We've not had a hangout outside of like being at our jobs together, but I could see it going that way. He's offered to. I just, after work, it's always just like, I want to go home. Yeah, okay. Alright. I still think I preferred how it was before, but I really want that lightning because it's the source of light, and I need that. Because it's a very stormy, dark sort of location, and I want the cacao. It's just so cool. I gotta do it. Oh, Mark Ryden, I'm not sure of. Man, I need a dark crystal stuff. I need more dark crystal things. I've got I got gifted a tiny little Fizzgig. Hang on, I'm gonna go get him. He's really cute. It's just some like Etsy thing that my brother-in-law got me. And then I've got the bestiary that came out. Oh shit! There's a sewing needle on the floor here. That's not good. Wait, why is this here? That is not where this goes. I had this in like a really nice safe spot, and now it's not. So I'll have to put it somewhere. Sorry, 1 second. I just want to make sure. The cats run around here like crazy, and I don't want them stepping on this. Let's get all the string up in here. Okay. Put you right there. Okay. So his mouth doesn't open, which is unfortunate. I have to keep him somewhere so the cats don't like try to eat him, because he's cute and fuzzy and small. But see, look, it's Fizzgig. I kind of wish I could make him go like rah, but alas, I cannot. I need to talk to someone that's cool. I mean, honestly, like, finding people who are into the same things you are in a sphere that's not like specifically creative can be really difficult. You know, I've worked at like, you know, retail and you know, whatever, and it's like they ask you like, oh, what do you do outside of work? And you're like, oh, you know, I draw. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I could never. And it's just like that. You know, it's not that they aren't nice, cool people, but there's a tendency for that there to be less overlap. And I like the overlap. Can you draw me? Can you draw my knees? He jumped on the log. Yeah, it's true. He's kind of freaky. That movie, along with a few other experiences as far as like film and shows that maybe I shouldn't have had at the ages that I did, really defined who I am as an artist. Like, at least got me started in that direction. Like, I definitely should not have watched Jurassic Park when I did, but like that opening sequence with the velociraptors was transformative. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. Ooh. What am I listening to? Oh. So, far too young, I saw, so Jurassic Park, I saw as early as 5 or 6, which honestly, like, as a whole, isn't too bad, but I mean, it opens up with somebody getting mauled by a velociraptor, and like, while you don't see anything, you hear a lot, the whole thing's intense, it's pretty violent. Like, I was watching it again recently, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, they literally take this dude, and they drag him up several feet, because he's being eaten like that, and I was so enthralled by it as a kid. Like, the whole movie I was enthralled by. It wasn't just, like, the violence of it. But it was, like, unlike anything I ever watched. I was a hardcore Batman the Animated Series fan from a really young age. And again, like, I've been rewatching a lot of those recently, and it's just like, wow, my parents let me watch this. And there's so much about it that went way over my head. And, you know, as an adult, I can really appreciate the writing far, far more, but as a kid, like, they were really good at keeping it all very understandable. But also, guns, violence, and drugs. There's a lot of characters who are enemies or villains or whatever because of drugs. Man-Bat isn't just a giant man-bat. He's a scientist who got addicted to a drug that turned him into a man-bat. It's just that he really likes the drug. I watched, so I moved out to California when I was 7, and by the time I was 9 or 10, I was a latchkey kid. Somewhere between 9 and 11, I was watching a lot of movies on my own. That's when I watched the original Nosferatu, which I don't think was really inappropriate for me at the time. I thought it was really great. I think the more surprising part is that it kept my attention despite the fact it was a silent movie. And then I watched a lot of AMC, so I was watching, I saw Splice. Not Splice, sorry, that came way later. Species. Species 1 and 2 messed me up. Like, I already had some phobias and stuff about, like, I guess I couldn't really say phobias, but I was really ooped out by, like, parasites and things being in your skin when I was really, really, like, I want to say when I was 9, I watched something, I don't know what movie this was, but I remember this scene where a woman, I think it was a woman, was looking in a mirror, and she saw that there was a bee on her face, and then she turns and starts looking, and she realizes that something had started creating a beehive in her face, and that stuck with me real bad. And that freaks me out. That added to some of the stuff I have about bugs. SpongeBob. Not too young, but the episode where they had to babysit the caterpillar, and they would occasionally cut to the butterfly close up to his face, and have that really sudden, like, buzzing, horrible bee sound. Like, oh, that messed me up. I hated that. I hated that episode. A lot of stuff like that. But Species was the big one. I saw Mimic when I was real little. I guess real little implies, like, 7 or 6, but, like, yeah, those damn special effects, for sure. Let's see. By the time I was 12, I want to say 12, one of my favorite movies was Akira. I suppose it probably could have been later than that, but I definitely had seen it before high school. Mimic was great. It's a really bad movie, but it's so fun. I just watched it again for the first time in years because I wanted to show my boyfriend, and there's a lot about it. It's so close. It's so close to being a great movie, but it's kind of being held back by, like, it needed more time to establish a lot of things. It's trying to fit a lot of stuff in at once. I don't know if I like this. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's see. What about you guys? Are there any like movies and shows that you definitely shouldn't have seen when you were a kid that had an effect on you as an artist? What else did I see? Pan's Labyrinth, I think I saw at an appropriate age, but that definitely, like, that was like, ooh, that's cool. Hellboy, totally, yes, good. You're seeing a pattern. I do very much like Guillermo. I think early Guillermo might be my favorite. Recent stuff's been a little hit or miss. He has this thing where, like, he just needs to have some whimsy in his work, and I think for some of the things he does, it's not appropriate. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, he worked on that one horror movie, Mama. It was somebody else's project and somebody else's directing, but he had a hand in it, and you could tell, because at the end, it just got a little too whimsical, a little too much. Galaxy of Terror. Oh. That's a name. Let's look that up. Hang on, I don't know that one. Oh. Oh! I've seen this! Like, I haven't watched it yet. But I've seen this cover. I gotta watch this. Oh, man. What am I looking at? Is this Cronenberg? Who is this? This isn't Cronenberg. Has this great scene with an intergalactic maggot. Oh no. Let's see. Roger Corman. Why do I know that? Directed by Bruce D. Clark. I don't know Bruce D. Clark. I gotta watch more movies. It's been a little while since I had, like, I used to do, like, Cameron, yeah. Van Damme movies are fun, though. I don't know. I get turned off by certain types of, how do I put it? There's a certain kind of, like, saccharineness that comes with the acting and directing and music and overall aesthetic of a lot of movies from, I want to say, like, between the 70s and the 50s. And not all of them, certainly, absolutely not all of them, because there's a wide span of film in that, you know, it's a lot of movies. But, like, I can't do Wizard of Oz or Sound of Music or Bedknobs and Broomsticks. It's just too sweet. I get bored. I don't know how else to put it. Let's see. Food of the Gods 2. Oh, Big Rats. I love Big Rats. Oh, the music stopped. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do another one. Let's do... that one's fine. Food of the Gods. Let's look them up. Oh. Okay. So you like the real pulpy stuff. Food of the Gods 2 is also called Gnaw. That's cute. That's fun. Okay. I used to do a lot of, like, I'd binge movies. Like, I'd be working, and then I would just go to some, like, streaming service and just, like, oh, I've never seen this one. And it was usually always a horror movie. Jaws was another one I saw maybe a little too young. But I love Jaws. It might be one of my favorites. Like, it might be my favorite. I don't know. It's kind of hard to contend with. The Thing. Saw that one too young. I don't remember what age I was, but it was before high school. Loved it. It's fantastic. Something was wrong with me as a kid. It just impressed you. These all look like so much fun, though. Like, this one's literally, like, I'm looking at pictures for, like, these paintings are great, too, for Food of the Gods, too. I like that it's part 2 as well. Was the first one, did that one end on a cliffhanger? It's just a photo of a giant boy. That's pretty fun. I wonder if how they did an effect. Was that just, like, editing, or is that, like, forced perspective? Because that's clever. You can probably just leave it like that, honestly. Just throw a few more clouds in here. Maybe I should get rough with this. Where's my rough stuff? Give me textures. Bring forth. This really, I mean, it looks really clean though, right? Like, I think it looks good. Let's see, let's open this one. Why do you ignore influence from film? Is it just because you want to try to keep it all you? Yeah, Shays, if you've never done like texture stuff like this before, I definitely recommend it because it's fun and it's kind of interesting. It feels very collaged. As just sort of like another example, like my whole stream overlay, I made all this in Clip. So the rainbow was a Louis Frank sticker. I used to have just the actual rainbow, and I had my PNG tuber right there, but I want to switch up to a different one. I haven't had time to fix it, so. But like all these like textures and stuff. Some of them are photos of drawings I did that I clipped out. Some of them I just sort of roughed and made. I don't like how blurry this is, but I think it will do for my purposes. What was I gonna do? I'm just gonna flip this around. And it is really interesting, you're right, to watch other people use, oh no, keep original image please, thank you, to use Clip, because they like, there's so much you can do with it that everybody uses it a little bit different, and it's just kind of weird. There's just so much ways to customize. I love Clip. Let's see here. Let's get rid of some stuff. This is all supposed to be pencils too, so like I don't really need to be doing a lot of this. Yeah. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry, my boyfriend's just letting me know that he's got to record some stuff for work. It's not going to affect anything with what I'm doing. Oh, uh-oh. Open widget. Okay. There we go. Anyway, I'm back. I guess because I see film as so involved that I have a hard time honing in on making a single sculpture, all the lighting. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. I can see that. I mean, everything by the time you see the movie, it's all supposed to be the final product too, right? So you're not really seeing. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I'll try that. Hmm. I don't know where to change that. Video, resolution, hotkeys, accessibility. Hmm. I'm gonna see if this helps. Maybe it will be okay? Perhaps? I think we're back? The error's still there. The error. Let me see. Let's try another thing. I don't know what this means. And let's turn the bitrate down.